Thank you very much. I'm very happy to see all of you here spend your Sunday afternoon with me to celebrate my 50th birthday. 50. 50 by any measure is old. And that's probably why gold rhymes with old. Do you remember this? The Golden Girls. You know, I remember when I was a lot younger, I watched a few episodes of this and I would say, grabe, ang tatanda na nila, as if I'd never reached that stage. Uh, but here I am. I belong to that group. Incidentally, the name of one of the main characters, the one at the bottom, is Rose. So today, I joined the Golden Girls Club. Tanda na. But this golden girl is not complaining. In fact, this golden girl is really very thankful, very grateful, and that's the reason why I chose our theme for today to be about gratefulness. FQ Mom, grateful at 50. There are so many things that I'm grateful about. First of all, my family. I have a very supportive family. I'm very lucky that my parents are still here. Pang, Mang, where are you? There. Can we give them a big hand, Papang and Mamang? They're already in their 80s. Papang is 86, Mamang is 84, with a dress size of small. Pa rin. And they've been married for 58 years. Thank you very much for providing us a very stable home while we were growing up. And of course, my three sisters, my brother, we only have one boy in the family, but he's in Florida. But all my sisters are here, my sisters. And we promised each other that we will police each other to remind na bawal ang losya. Di ba mga sisters? We all believe in what Helena Rubinstein said. There are no ugly women, only lazy ones. Okay? And of course, my extended family, the Fausto family. Thank you very much for loving your bunsoy, Marvin, so that you don't have a choice but to love me as well. Thank you very much for accepting me, my quirks, my gimmicks, like this one, our annual themed Christmas party. Dito, Filipiniana kami. Meron natutuwa naman sila. Last year, Chinese kami. Si Kuya Edwin, laging nananalo ng best costume. And of course, I'd like to thank you guys, my friends. My friends from different periods in my life, from different aspects in my life. Lahat kayo, yung ibang wala sa picture, friends ko pa rin kayo ha. Kadamihan dito kinuha ko na sa iPhone ko eh. Thank you very much for the fun time spent together. Thank you very much for sharing your stories and insights with me. Thank you very much for asking me to watch Star Cinema movies with you. Para makita natin kung ano yung mga latest na suot ni Ann Curtis. And of course, I'm very, very thankful that I am married to my favorite person in the world, the Honey Marvin. Thank you very much. This guy declared to me early on in our marriage that his purpose in life was to make me happy. Oh! Oh, palakpakan niyo yun! Big clap yun! Thank you very much, honey. You know, even if at first parang nagulat ako, no, whoop! Yun ang purpose in life mo, to make me happy. But you know, as the years went by, I realized how important that purpose has been in building our family. It's because he made me feel so secure about his love, very confident that I am his priority. That I did not feel any need to compete with the other aspects of his life. I didn't have to compete with his career, his own family, his friends, and other interests. Salamat, Hania. And of course, I'm also very thankful for my career in finance. I started a month and a half after I graduated in March 1985. So May 1, Labor Day ako nag-umpisa magtrabaho. And my exposure to investment banking, and of course, that's where I met my honey at Far East Bank and some of my lifelong friends. It was my exposure in the finance industry that made me aware, made me able to complement my being a saver. Since kinder ko kasi saver na ako eh. So, at least natutunan ko rin mag-invest. Some of my career friends are also here. And I thank God for a disturbance I felt when the boys were still very young. I think Marvin mentioned this a while ago. When I felt that I wasn't spending the quantity and the right quality of time for my young children, I decided to bid my investment banking career goodbye. It wasn't easy because never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that I would be a housewife. In fact, when I was saying goodbye to my clients, my colleagues, one client said, "Huh? Ikaw, magre-resign ka para mag-housewife lang?" Yung ano yan, may ganun. But I tell you, being housewife is not a long job, di ba? Mga GMMs? But anyway, but I thank God for that disturbance because it made me have the guts to make that big decision in life. And it made me devote my focus and undivided attention to these young boys. I was able to really get to know them well. I got their stories fresh from school. Pinagtatawanan ni Michi yung itsura ni Martin. Emo moment pa naman to. Anyway, so I got to know them and I realized that even if they come from the same set of parents, they're fed the same food, they go to the same school, they are different personalities. And I'm very happy that now they're all confident, enthusiastic young men who are so ready to take on the world, both its triumphs and failures. Well, of course, my panganay, Marty, graduated a couple of years ago from the Ateneo de Manila with honors, with a degree in business management. He's now working with the marketing department of Del Monte. And of course, Enrique, my kamukha, is a senior and is now a SMEG. To those who are not familiar, SMEG is Sure ME graduate. In Ateneo kasi ME is a very difficult subject with a lot of crazy math. And pwede ko lang iyabang, Enrique. When he took his internship at Deutsche Regis, he was touted as the one who gave the best presentation, bar none. Di ba yun nasabi, honey? In the many years that they've been taking interns. And of course, the bunsoy, Anton, is now a freshman in Ateneo, also taking up communications, technology, and management. Where's Anton? And he, ito pala. And he entered college with a bang, being the Mr. Awesome Idol. In Ateneo kasi meron silang parang similar to American Idol with two categories, singing and dancing. Siyempre, doon siya sa dancing. And last Wednesday, nakayuko na yung anak ko sa kahihiyan. He won the first runner-up of the Mr. Song School of Management. I'm such a mom, I can't stop talking when I start talking about my kids. So let's move on. And then, I thank God again for another disturbance. And what is this? When the boys were grown up na, syempre, and then it coincided with me entering this interesting stage called midlife. So I asked myself the question, what am I gonna do now? Now that they're not in need of very focused and undivided attention anymore. And I found the answer in the words of a philosopher theologian named Frederick Buechner. He said that God calls us to a place where our deep gladness meets the world's deep hunger. Those words really struck me, and I think it was also shown by Chris a while ago, my own paraphrase, which is this: God's will is the intersection of our greatest passion and the world's greatest need. Meron lang akong tidbit, magpapaka-fan mode ako. Frederick Buechner, who was born in 1926, is still alive. And he has a very active Twitter account. So, sinasabi ni Chris, dapat may Twitter ako. So, nag-Twitter na ako. Tweet ko nga, sabi ko, siya na maliit. Oh, I'm gonna read it to you. Ano yun? At Fred Buchner. Your words about the place where God calls us to, ano yun? Inspired me to come up with my own paraphrase and life compass. Kinilig ako. He favorited my tweet. To those of you who are not familiar, it's like in Facebook. He favorited my tweet and he retweeted it. Retweet is to share. Okay? So there you go! Fan mode once again. Kanina Dan or Yeli. So anyway, going back to my my paraphrase of God's will. Of course, you know that this one led me to write the book, and then one thing led to another. I became a resource person on parenting and personal finance. And today, we are launching formally my second book and the new website. Okay, marami akong gustong pasalamatan, but I'd like to end my talk with a new perspective about gratitude, about being thankful, about being grateful. Kasi, I am a person of the belief that almost always, we get what we deserve. Para bang you work hard, and then you reap the rewards. You study hard, you get honors. You do your job well, you get promoted. You spend quality and quantity time with your children, you raise great kids. In fact, alam niyo yun sa simbahan, yung sa Catholic Mass, yung Lord, I'm not worthy to receive you, but only say the word and my soul shall be healed. Pinapalitan ko talaga yun nun. Lord, I am worthy to receive you. Ganyan ang drama ko. However, as the years passed, I realized that there is actually a better way of looking at the blessings that come our way. Maybe I should share with you the story of how I got enlightened. And Marvin doesn't know that I'm gonna share this. There was one time, siguro mga couple of years ago, nagkukwentuhan kami. Para bang we were enumerating our blessings, particularly at that time we were talking about the house and the space that we have. I was saying na, I'm so thankful that we have big trees here, and in fact, we can even see the big trees beyond our property kasi across our house, our property is the open park. And then, sabi niya sa akin, did you ever imagine that your house will be like this? Without batting an eyelash. Sagot kagad ako, of course. Sabi ko, when I was a little girl, I really wanted a spacious house. I wanted big windows and doors. I wanted my sala to open to a garden. I wanted the dining room to open to a garden. Sayang nga, yung terrain natin pataas. Tuloy, hindi tayo open, wala tayong doors sa dining room. Windows lang. Malalaking windows naman, kasya talaga tao lumabas doon. And then I went back to him and said, bakit? Ikaw? Tapos sabi niya, not as beautiful as this. Tapos, parang at that point in time, when I looked at him, I can still imagine this, honey. Para bang there was something dreamy in his eyes and a huge sense of being content. And I realized that between the two of us at that time, he was happier. He had more gratitude in his heart. And what I'm saying is that it's also good to know your dreams, to visualize your dreams. Pero the I deserve, I'm entitled to, can probably be toned down a little in order to be awed. Ewan ko ba't ako naiyak. In order to be awed and to be more thankful, like how Marvin was. sorry. Where was I? So if we tone down the I deserve and I'm entitled to, maybe we can be happier, and maybe if we allow humility to set in, we also allow God to come in. Because when we do, we realize that these are just gifts. Everything that come our way are just gifts, and we become more grateful. Um, I remember a story. No, there's a young man, a smart young man, who committed suicide. Thanks, Joaquin. Anyway, a smart young man who had a great job, but he committed suicide. And among the things that they found in his farewell note was that he was unhappy because his bonus was 500,000. He's anyway, he's in his 20s, and then his boss, I think, got something like 750,000, and he feels that he deserved. And you know, I think committing suicide is the worst thing that you can do to your parents, di ba? How can they ever get rid of that guilt? Hindi ko siya ano-ano. But anyway, let's end this already. So, the reason why I offer this new perspective to you, it's something that I'm still working on myself. I'm a work in progress when it comes to this. So that as we get older, everybody will get old. When we remember God, give. And be grateful, that attitude of gratitude will always bring back the G in old, so that each day will be as precious as gold. Oh, so anyway, that's actually the end. So allow me to express my gratitude. I know I don't deserve your Sunday afternoon, but you're here celebrating with me right now. Maraming salamat po.